Hello and welcome, BitMonger family. Monger with you here this morning in Wakey Bakey. And in today's video, I'm going to be looking at Bitcoin. I'm also going to be showing you guys some of my short trades and leverage plays that I've made over the past couple days. Luckily, I have dodged some bullets, and I've been very lucky looking at what's going on in the market. Man, I've been playing with fire, no doubt. And I'll be looking at some of those gaming tokens. I'll also be taking a look at River, and that was one of the ones that luckily I dodged a bullet. That thing has absolutely ripped. I did have a stop loss on that, just above 35, and that thing absolutely went crazy. If I had held that position, I would have lost my ass, but I still did lose on that one. So, you know, I'm not a winner all the time. But that's just the name of the game. You don't win all of them, but the main thing is that you need to manage your risk. A lot of people get blown up not managing risk. I've seen it happen tons of times, so it's very important that you have a stop loss in place where it's like it's an invalidated. You need to have a plan. You know, I know guys out there that trade and they don't have a plan. They go on hunches, and those people are dumb fucks. They don't, and they end up losing. And if they think that they're going to be a trader, they end up having to look for a new type of job or do something else because they don't take the time, they don't make the effort, they don't have a plan, they don't practice good risk management, and they are losers. And you guys don't want to be a loser, trust me. You want to have an invalidation point. You want to do your homework. You need to make the effort. If you're not making the effort, if you don't do your homework, if you don't have an invalidation point, well, then you are a dumb fuck. Trust me. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a quick look at Bitcoin. Then we'll take a look at some of these trades that I'm in right now and my invalidation points, what's causing these things to rip, and where I'm shorting them, and invalidation points on those, along with some really big news with Solana. I mean, really big news, guys. I am so bullish on Solana long term. This is something that you guys really need to be looking at closely, because I believe that it is the most undervalued blockchain of all of them, and I'm going to show you why. So first of all, let's go ahead and get into Bitcoin. Okay, we can see right now Bitcoin is trading right around $90,000. I mean, it came down. If we look at this, let's take a look at this. So we can see, as I mentioned to you guys before, I had established it had been trading in this range, right, in this blue zone right here between 87 and 90K. You know, and this is that long-term trend line that I had shown you guys before. And you can see how important that long-term trend line is. When it broke it, I mean, that is just a big red dildo that just crashed all the way down. And I had told you, you know, if you're going to long it, you should be looking to long it down here in the lower region of this. And sure enough, it wicked down there. It didn't hit my order. I had it a little bit lower, unfortunately, so I didn't get it. But then it pulled back up, and now it's just lingering right on the edge of this. So right now, I would be, you know, I'm kind of neutral on it. I want to see what it's going to do. I'd like to see it convincingly break up up here, you know, to get above these candles here on this lower end here before I would even start thinking about getting bullish again. There's a lot of uncertainty out there. So that's what's going on. And also, so you guys know, I did take a long position on silver a while back. I closed that out recently. Made a little bit of money, not much, but man, the metals, if you look at the metals, man, they dropped down a little bit. I think gold hit 4,800 the other day when Trump was talking all that crazy nonsense. It just went nuts. And then the next day he says that he's not going to do these, he's not going to invade Greenland. I can't believe that's even a discussion. It's just, it seems like something out of a science fiction novel. The idea of the United States invading Greenland, you know, Denmark. I mean, it's just insane. What a world we're living in now, guys. It's just wild. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on. So we can see the market's really green since Bitcoin pulled up. And the coins that I want to look at, first one is this Axie Infinity. And this is, we can see that this thing has absolutely ripped, guys. Let me put this on the 4 hour, and we can take a better look at what's going on here. So we can see here, I had marked these out as lines, and I've made a lot of money actually shorting this thing, believe it or not, even though it's just climbing. I should have been in a long position looking back at it now. But luckily I was able to make money each time that it had these big pulls up on the RSI. I ended up shorting it and making money. But there was these cup and handles. If you see it on a smaller time frame, they're probably easier to see. Let's try the 1 hour and see if it's easier to visualize them. Not really, but yeah, it's not really that much easier to visualize them. Let's go back to the 4 hour. Anyways, I had identified these cup and handle positions right here. You can see it kind of cupped, it made a handle, then it pulled up, and that's what this line was. And I had measuring it up. And unfortunately, dumb me, being focused on shorting rather than longing this thing, because I'm not that, optimistic on what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. I was more interested in shorting it, but man, this thing is going on a tear. And my AI research on this, when it talks about it, is actually very bullish, and saying that these things could go to insane high numbers on Axie Infinity. I would be weary. I'd be careful of longing it now, but you never know. Maybe you might want to. I mean, look at that thing. Look at it. It's just continuing to climb. Anyways, I've made money on this one. I'm not in a long position. I don't have a position on Axie right now, but I am looking at these two. I'm looking at Mana and Sand. These are two other gaming tokens, and these two coins right now are basically riding on the hype of Axie. This GameFi, this gaming area, is catching a bid due to this recent massive Axie Infinity move. And you can see them here. I mean, they're almost outperforming. Sand is outperforming Mana. Both of these, Mana and Sand, are metaverse plays. And as you guys know, metaverse, that's yesteryear. It didn't catch on. It's kind of like Roblox or Minecraft. And, what was it, 5 years ago, it got a lot of hype. But I don't see the traction. I don't see people going there. It's not being used. So I believe that these things will eventually roll over and probably go to zero in the long term. But they are catching the hype. So you got to be careful. If Axie Infinity continues to rip, those Mana and Sand will probably continue to rip as well. But I'm hoping for a pullback. And I'm looking at these charts right here. So let's take a quick look at Mana. So you can see right now Mana is nearing these top positions, right? So, when it gets to these zones right here, I would say I just put a short on it. I'm expecting it to roll over. If it gets above this wick, I'm going to get stopped out. So I would put a stop like around at 18 cents if you go into this trade, okay? Because if it breaks above that, who knows how high this thing can go. But you can see right here, it is wicking up. I mean, let's look at the 1 hour on this, the 1 hour chart on this one. And we can see it is currently at 71. It's just breaking. It's just starting to get a little bit overbought. It did get all the way up to here to 1788. So yeah, let's take a look at the 30-minute and see what it's doing. So on the 30-minute, we can see it's already climbed over. It's overbought. It hasn't gone green yet though, so it could climb some more, guys. So anyways, I'm shorting this one. I got some orders further up, in the event that it does get up here. I think I have my order like right around here. I think it's right around near this top here. I put another order in, because I am hoping and I'm expecting that it will probably get up into this region and then get rejected and then mean revert down to somewhere in this zone here, and that's where I would be looking to, you know, scalp it and take some profit. Mana, that's mana, and I'm doing the same thing with sand. We can see sand is absolutely ripped. You know, it's up 13% on the day. It's getting near these tops. I put an order in right here. I'm already a little bit in profit because I shorted it like right around here, and I got another order near the top of this wick as well, and my invalidation point is just above this top wick here. Okay, and we're looking at the 30-minute chart. We can see that it is, looking at the RSI here, we can see that it is overbought, right? So that's what I've been doing, guys. Let's go ahead and take a now quick look at my trades. So first off, mana, you can see, sold that one, made 20%. AXS, I had shorted that one earlier, made 14%. I shorted mana a second time, made 12%. AXS, I shorted that one, closed 31%. Dash, that one finally hit my target point, closed that one 33%. I shorted this coin because it had ripped. I saw that one. I don't know much. It's a collectible sort of blockchain for collectibles. It had ripped up. I saw it was overbought. I shorted it, made 14.5%. And here's a trade that I missed yesterday. I had identified this one, and this is Rose Oasis coin, and it had actually, I had seen this. See, you could see right here, it was forming a cup and handle. Came down, there's the handle, it came up, it started to break it, and unfortunately for me, I put my stop loss too low, and it wicked down and blocked me out of it, and then it has gone up. I think it's currently trading up here like around 21, and I missed that trade. I was a little bit in profit at one point, then it wicked down and stopped me out, and then it went on to rip. So guys, you need to look for these patterns, and if you can identify them, you know, you should play them. Unfortunately, I didn't do that on the Axie. That would have been the best thing to have done, rather than, you know, shorting it multiple times, even though I've made a ton of money on this one. All right, the next thing I want to look at, guys, is this other thing right here. The great news about Solana. This is big, guys. Ondo Finance, the RWA chain. Look at this, breaking. Ondo Finance launches 200 plus tokenized stocks, ETFs, bonds, and commodities on Solana, and as the push toward tokenization accelerates. This includes stocks like NVIDIA, Amazon, Walmart, and Meta. As a result, the number of tokenized assets on Solana just increased by plus 400%. 400%, guys. When Wall Street realizes that Solana is the blockchain for this type of trading activity, for 24/7 type of New York Stock Exchange trading activity, just like it says right here. These assets were launched on Jupiter Exchange, the largest on-chain platform in the world, with New York SE-backed liquidity. The announcement comes just 48 hours after New York Stock Exchange said it would launch 24/7 U.S. stock trading through a new on-chain tokenized exchange. Wall Street is moving on-chain, boys. This is big, guys. I'm telling you, Solana is going to be the blockchain that's going to move the markets. Tokenized assets are going to be done on Solana. It's really looking that way. I'm betting on that. That's where my money is, guys. I think it's going to be huge. Anyways, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and monger on.